Hey YouTube, I'm Steven, and guess what? Now I have a really bad habit of wasting my money on stupid iPhone games, especially the one where it's like there's 300 super fun action-packed levels and then you play like 15 or 20 of them and then you just get bored of it and you never touch the stupid thing ever again. But anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Well, it kind of is, because I wanted to talk about video games and just, being a gamer in general, because growing up, video games were a huge part of my life, and there's also a lot of stuff about the gaming community that not many people know. What I mean by that is that there's a lot more to gaming than just nerding out for hours on end by yourself or with your buddies. Pretty much every single game has an online forum site, and on that forum you can find thousands of other people who like to play that game and want to talk about it, discuss tips and tricks, strategies, bugs, problems, etc. When it comes to fighting games or other types of player versus player games, there's often a spot on the forums for tournament listings. And now this is where anyone and everyone can find a tournament near them and go and compete with the players that they talk to online. As super extremely nerdy as that sounds, there are two really cool things about tournaments. The first one being the prize money. You could honestly get paid thousands of dollars over the course of one day just for hanging out with a bunch of strangers and kicking all their asses in your favorite video game. I'm not even joking. Back in high school, I got really into the game Super Smash Bros. Melee, and one day I saw a video on YouTube of two people playing it at the professional level, and my mind was just blown because I had no idea it was even possible to move the characters like that. So I went to the forums and started doing some research, and I learned that one of the players in the video was Ken, and Ken had been the world champion at this game for a number of years, and during those years he had flied all across the world, winning tournaments and racking up over 60 grand in prize money. But Super Smash Bros. Isn't even that popular compared to games like Call of Duty, Halo 2 or 3, or League of Legends. All these games produce massive tournaments with corporate sponsors and huge prize pots, and the popularity of these games makes it really possible to make a living off of professional gaming. But like I said, there are two really cool things about tournaments, and it's not always about the money. The other cool thing about gaming at the competitive level is that when you go to these tournaments, you end up meeting a lot of cool people you probably never would have met if it weren't for this, silly video game. You'd be surprised at how many people in your city and even in your school are on the same forum site as you, just looking for someone else nearby to play and practice with. Besides meeting new people locally, when you go to a tournament, you're bound to run into a couple of people that you really get along with. In fact, about 3 or 4 years ago, I went to a tournament way out in St. Catharines, and I met this guy named Josh, and we've been good bros ever since. And he's even gonna let me crash at his house this weekend for s.c.e.n.e Fest. I guess since I'm posting this on Monday, then I've already crashed at his house and it's all past tense now. But you get the point. We've only met once a couple of years ago. We're miles and miles away, but we've still stayed really good friends. And he even suggested I do a video on this topic like way back when, so bam, there you go. The last thing I want to say about gaming is it's not a super nerdy all-guys club anymore. I mean, it's 2012, friggin' everybody plays video games. As I've said before, you can make a ton of money off of video games if you're good at what you do, and with the way that online play is right now, your friends don't even need to be in the same country for you to kick back and play some games with them. So, that's it. I want to know what kind of games you guys are into. Post your favorite games in the comments, and if you play on Xbox, you can add my gamertag right there, and maybe we can play together sometime. Last week was my 6-month anniversary right here on YouTube, so I decided to start a new series called Meet My. So if you want to check out the very first episode, you can do that right there. Please give me your feedback, let me know what you think, give me some suggestions for future episodes. I would love to hear what you guys think. And if you haven't caught on by now, I post a new video every single Monday, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, so I'm Steven, thanks for listening to the shit I have to say, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye!